Hi, Cancer. This is going to be your end of October forecast. It's good for the sun, rising moon, or Venus sign of Cancer. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. It will resonate with whomever needs to hear it the most. Try watching readings for your rising moon or your Venus sign on this channel if this doesn't resonate, or to just find deeper messages. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is in the description below. I may offer an extended reading for you guys, especially if love or relationships show up strongly, and it already is in your oracle cards. If I do decide to do an extended and you feel like you need a little bit more of a deeper reading, the link to the extended will be at the top of the description below. If you're new, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Looks like the end of October is going to be kind of interesting for you guys. They want me to do a Celtic cross, but I will do clarification and we will look at relationships around you. What came out of my first oracle deck for you guys was friendship and love, but envy and blame is at the bottom of the deck. And I think that it has to do with communication and some bad luck and some bad cycles and needing to not repeat them moving forward. You may struggle in a friendship or an important relationship in your life. Friendship is asking you to say, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So you may have some friends around you. You know, that friend is in your life for a reason, but they want you to ask yourself why. How important is the friendship to you? Love has come out as well, and the heart is here also. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So your guides want you to focus on the positive relationships in your life. But it looks like that might be tested with envy and blame here. Envy asks you to say, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So someone around you might be envious of you, or there might be some bitterness between you and another person. Watch out for feelings of envy, and also blame. I accept responsibility for my well being. So leave the haters aside, put to rest your own feelings of envy and blame. This could be about a past relationship or a current relationship. And our relationships change and people change in relationships. Sometimes people don't like it when we change, even if it's our change and our growth is for the better. It makes you unpredictable to someone around you, and they might not like that. Or you might be struggling with something like that this month as well. It's important to not compare yourself to other people and commit to seeing the good around you and the love and focus on bonds of friendship. Very much so. I think a friendship might be tested somewhat this month or at the end of the month. And I'm hearing a specific download. Is it, are we in love or are we just friends? Someone around you might be envious of your love and happiness and you try to be friends with them, but it's difficult for you. Yeah, I'm hearing that just now. That might ring true for somebody. What came out of the Super Future Fortune Awesome deck for you guys was the broken mirror, illness, but the heart and vigor. First of all, some of you might be experiencing an illness, or someone close to you is, or the heart is about your heart chakra and feeling love. Some of you may have heart problems, or someone close to you will, something to do with your heart and your lungs, or a relationship is struggling in some way. This might be a repeated cycle or a pattern. You might feel as though you've experienced some bad luck to some degree this month, but I see that you are not giving up with vigor here. For those of you, this looks like a health message to me. See, we've got the heart, the brain, the lungs, the heart, illness. This could be about not repeating a hereditary health pattern or heart problem. You might need to strengthen your heart. You may, and if it doesn't have anything to do with physical, as always, for the water signs, I don't know why, but I get more health downloads for the water signs than any other sign. So it may or may not have to do with health. I think you're going to be working really hard to complete something. You may feel as though you're doing it all on your own. Ask for help. This guy eventually is kind of like, he can't do this all on his own. And I do notice at the bottom of the tarot here, this looks very similar, really carrying some heavy burdens, so close to completing a cycle. You might just not get the help that you want. And it might be about a relationship that needs to be put to rest, or to address any envy or blame. Like, do we love each other? Are we still friends? That kind of thing. From the Awakened Soul, this is your advice for the end of the month. Oh, actually, wait. They wanted me to drop some cards specifically about relationship, love, or a friendship or family member. I have regained control, inadequate, stuck, and regret, balancing the situation out. So there are some regrets between you and someone that's important to you. Someone is feeling stuck and even inadequate, like they're not doing enough. It's important to regain control in relationships at the end of October. Try to, if someone is making you feel inadequate, it might be because they're blaming you for something or they're envious of you, or and question that within yourself. If you have regrets, if you're feeling stuck, it's just time to regain control and not let something spiral out of control. But if you're stuck in anything, it's these feelings of inadequacy and regrets. You do just need to balance the situation. The truth is, this is good. You're on the right path and luck is on your side. Yeah, I think things will, if you balance out this situation and regain control in a specific relationship, Cancer, you could be moving towards a more lucky time. Some of you have a Sagittarius in your life, perhaps, or you've got Sag in the chart. Your advice for the end of October is Labyrinth, which came in the upright, the Truth, and Wisdom in reverse. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. When Labyrinth comes out, it's about your true soul's journey. The end of the month will be about illumination and going on a journey within. It's end of October is really a time to rediscover yourself and your path, Cancer, and to take time and make the commitment to shine a light on you yourself and to be open to new truths about yourself. This might require you to do something completely new and trust the process of transformation. The Labyrinth card is like, it's like the divine saying, walk your talk and talk your walk. So don't be on autopilot. Make sure you're doing conscious reflection. You may feel a little lost. You may feel like you're in a little bit of a maze. They're saying navigate carefully. But truth and wisdom are in reverse. This chick in this card really needs to speak up and be honest about something. So this could be your energy or someone you're connecting to. Watch for feelings of denial. Be careful about gossip and hearsay. It's important to speak the truth and speak up when the time is right and be honest and fair. The truth does need to be told. And when wisdom comes in reverse, this just came out for Virgo. So you might be connecting to a Virgo. Also, Capricorn came out a lot in the Virgo reading. I don't know why some of you might be connecting to a Capricorn. Wisdom comes in reverse when we keep repeating an old cycle, like it's second verse, same as the first, over and over and over again. And that speaks to this broken mirror card. So try to turn knowledge into wisdom. Don't forget the things you learned in the past, or you could repeat another cycle. It's a Wisdom comes when there's a lesson that we've needed to learn, but we haven't. Some of you, this could be a person around you that makes you feel like you're in a maze and you feel like you can't stand up to them. You're not sure what the truth is. You're not even sure what wisdom is to be gained. Just focus on love and friendship and address honestly those feelings of stuck, regret, inadequacy, envy, and blame. That's the only thing holding you back. I do notice that forgiveness is in reverse at the bottom of the deck. What's going on here? And the challenge is the Four of Pentacles. Someone is holding on to something, either you or someone in your life at the end of October. Nope, no forgiveness. This person didn't learn their lesson. They don't tell the truth. You will have to navigate carefully. This might be a friendship that's very important to you. Yeah, these are the challenges. And the rest of this month hasn't happened yet. So you can course correct and turn a lot of that around. Let's see what comes out. I am going to do a Celtic cross. They wanted me to do a Celtic cross for you. You can apply it to any part of your life. So at the center of it all, the world. A cycle is completed, ready to start a new cycle. Some of you are thinking about traveling, relocating, moving. You could be at a distance from something that's important to you. When the world comes, it's your breakout moment. It is an ascension, an ending that will bring a new beginning and a completeness. We do a lot of life review before we go through this portal to something new. If you have a challenge at all, it could be holding on to something from the past and not letting it go. Also, finances and resources might be a challenge. There might be scarcity and you feel the need to control your pentacles, which is your time, your health, your money, even sleep and emotions. This is about taking a very conservative approach to ensure security. in particular in the pentacle realm, which is money. So make sure you let go of things that you don't need, though. Let go of things from the past. I think some of you maybe want to travel or relocate, or in order to start a new cycle, you're going to need to save up and take a very conservative approach. Something might have ended for you or with a person or a situation because they held back and held on to something. That could be the envy and blame part. Move towards friendship and love because the world wants you to do that. That's the world's at your fingertips. You can be on top of the world, feeling a sense of belonging. Let go of those darker energies. Definitely speak the truth and don't play out an old cycle. Okay, what's driving Cancer? The end of October. Here's that Ten of Wands. Really trying hard to complete something. You will be carrying heavy burdens. A cycle, whatever this ending is about for you, the world is about an ending and an ascension and a new beginning. You're so really close. Here's that completion here. Make sure you get help where you can get it. The Ten of Wands suggests extra responsibility, hard work to complete this cycle, a heavy burden. I'm going to circle back around and clarify them more. What happened in the past, and it's what's happening deep within that's affecting their present moment for Cancer, please. What happened? The Six of Swords in reverse. Here's that second verse, same as the first. This is where we circle the waters, like out of the frying pan into the fire. So maybe you or a person you connected to, or this is a situation that you're trying to heal from and trying to slowly move on from. But for whatever reason, there was like a circling of the harbor here where someone might have been resistant to change, or there was a slow recovery. You might have felt like you had unfinished business. It just was not time to move on. Someone might have circled back around to you or you to them. But it's usually where we repeat a cycle that we're meant to be healing and moving on from. If it was a health thing, maybe you thought you were on the mend, but you're still carrying the burden. Okay. Or you tried to move. Some of you tried to relocate, but you could not. You want to, though. Some of these cards indicate movement and travel to a degree. Going by foot and not by train or plane, it was hard to move forward. It still is with the Four of Pentacles here. What are they thinking about all the time? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Well, right now you're feeling a little disorganized and overcommitted. I actually like the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's where we stop making excuses. We stop trying to figure something out. At one point, you were flexible and adaptable and you had all your balls in the air. This is also sometimes financially, we don't even have two pennies to rub together. And this is where we're like, okay, I have to make room in my life for my emotions. I might need to add another ball to juggle here. And you're in a place of your guides are saying to you, your soul is saying to you, reprioritize at this point. Okay, what's coming in for Cancer? What's coming in for Cancer? The Four of Wands in reverse. You guys are definitely in a place of transition. Some of you might be moving or relocating the end of October, moving into November. This is where, the Four of Wands is a foundation and stability. It's a joy and a harmony and a relaxation and a homecoming. In the reverse, you're focused more on inner harmony. You may be having a conflict with another person. There's not going to be a homecoming. There might be a lack of stability. With these two fours here, I see that stability and balance and synthesis will be important to you. How will Cancer see themselves? How do you see yourself? Oh, I just saw an Empress that wanted to come out, but there were too many cards. How will they see themselves? The Knight of Cups in reverse. Cancer. Well, you're feeling a little emotionally drained. I do not think you can write anyone a romance novel. I love the Knight of Cups. He's a very creative card. He often speaks to a creative project. Knights carve their way in the world. They really come and go. They've got something to prove. This is where we say to ourselves, I'm feeling a little emotionally stressed out. I cannot consistently be romantic and imaginative and creative and charming in a situation. You might be feeling a little moody. You might even feel a little jealous. This is where something isn't really what we thought it was. And we think, oh gosh, have I been unrealistic? Have I had an overactive imagination? Why am I having such a hard time consistently expressing emotion or pouring my heart into something? So be realistic, as far as what you express from the heart. The end of October, it looks like you're a little bit emotionally stressed out. It looks like you don't want a homecoming with a person maybe either, but you're having a hard time moving on, or they are maybe. It looks like a transition as well. I mean, here's all this love and this creative energy here. You could also be connecting to a person who can't match that energy. Also, these knights plateau. They're on a horse. They're going, okay? So eventually the knights will flip into the reverse. This horse needs to rest. He needs to drink. He needs to center himself emotionally. It might be a struggle. It's like, is it love and friendship, or is it envy and blame? I think you're done making excuses for a person, and even yourself, maybe. Okay, what's happening in the environment? What are hidden factors? Temperance, Sagittarius energy here. So temperance only comes when it's called for. This could be a person around you trying to be calm and passive. They may appear aloof even. Temperance comes when we need to bring balance to something that was running hot and cold. This could be you as well, just being led by the divine. This is an angel here. You're wanting peace, you're wanting perspective, you want passivity and harmony, or there's a person around you this way. It does kind of feel like the cold shoulder sometimes, though, but not necessarily. We'll look at that energy further. How will Cancer be feeling? The Ace of Swords in reverse. So you're rethinking something at the end of October. You might feel as though you can't have a good breakthrough. You're on to something, but maybe someone's judgment's a little clouded. You're going in for inner clarity. You may not want to talk. You might not feel like you've had that aha moment about something. So close, though. So close. What's the final outcome for Cancer for the end of October if they stay on present course, Spirit? Oh, this one, the Two of Wands in reverse. I think you're divesting in a situation to a degree. I think it's one that's hard for you to move on from, but I think you're very focused on personal goals. There is a fear of the unknown. This card wanted to come out too. The Devil in reverse. Some of you have been dealing with a Capricorn. If you were, you're not now. I think you're facing a shadow side. If this is a health thing for you, wait, and anything excessive like smoking, eating, drinking, stuff like that needs to be overcome. I think you're also facing your inner demons and practicing detachment, which is good. I see you turning around from a situation that I don't think you thought was very good for you. Okay. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? The Fool. Well, you really just want to complete a cycle and move towards something new. You want to feel light, carefree, happy. You could be with an Aries, a Gemini, Sagittarius, or Libra. What are they having a hard time moving on from? The Nine of Swords, something that really stressed you out. You don't have much of a long-term plan here. So deep within, you might be having a hard time moving on from a situation that's bringing a lot of fear and anxiety and worry and stress and sleepless nights. Part of the reason is because there's no real long-term plan in place with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You might be just lacking in some patience. There's limited success and reward here. I think it's something that you don't want to abandon, but you might feel as though you have to. Okay. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? The Hermit, you are withdrawn or searching your soul about something. You could be, or someone's doing that with you and they don't want a homecoming. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Could be ghosting someone or they you. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse? The Ten of Swords in reverse. Well, you're really trying to overcome something or avoid further pain and crisis. And I don't think you're willing to emotionally invest because you don't want any more hurt or pain. Interesting. This could have to do with family, money, long-term success. What's going on in the environment? Why is Temperance here? If there's a person around Cancer, how do they feel about Cancer? This person is withdrawn into silence from you. They ghost you. They keep secrets from you. They might even be promiscuous, worst case scenario. I think they're giving you the cold shoulder. And I think that they're angry that they've lost the upper hand. Or, Cancer, you yourself are in a situation where there's angry words, there's no good strategy. You're not able to truly hear your intuition, but you do want to bring calm and peace and balance to the situation. Good show. Good show. Do you have any further advice, Spirit? Can you show me what's going on in a relationship for them? An important relationship. You have a Magician, someone that feels that they have a lot of power and will be the single catalyst for change. Eight of Swords in reverse. The King of Cups. There you are. The Seven of Swords. You might need to tread very lightly in a situation. You need to know that you're the single catalyst for change. Get out of your head about this. Come from the heart and be very compassionate, but you might be dealing with a person who has a difficult time being honest. You yourself might need to tread very lightly and be strategic. Someone is maybe being a little shallow or doesn't know their own self-worth or is having a hard time with their own personal freedom, in particular with finances and resources. Yeah. And I feel like this person has run hot and cold with you. Yeah. But the important thing is that I think that you might be, this can be a no card. Like the Ace of Swords is my yes of all yes cards, and the Ace of Swords in reverse is like the no. I think you're divesting in a situation with a person that you have you have difficult time communicating with. This person might want to get the last word with you or is angry in some way. I am going to do an extended reading. It will focus on love in particular. So if you feel like you need that, it will be available to you if this isn't enough. So I see that either you or a person around you will disconnect and focus on themselves. I think you really just want to release the burdens and be free and happy. But there's some stuff that might be holding you back a little bit. So I'll take a look at that in the extended for you. Yeah. You might also be dealing with someone that eats or drinks or is very hedonistic in some way. This isn't bad, but you need to know that about this person. And someone, either you or someone else, might feel the need to be very, very crafty in the moment. And it might have to do with money, finances, and resources. So watch for that as well. I'll do the extended now for you. Okay, Cancer, that's your end of October forecast. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. Above all else, navigate carefully. Illuminate yourself in your own soul. Walk your talk and talk your walk. You speak the truth. At all times, speak the truth. And turn knowledge into wisdom. Wisdom, don't repeat the old patterns. A broken mirror is just a broken mirror. It's not necessarily an omen, okay? If you are sick, recover and move towards love and friendship. Move away from the blame and the envy, for sure. Yeah, I'm always listening to the universe for you, Cancer. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.